Well, hello everyone, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV on PlayFrame. We're gonna go find Alisaie finally. And it's about time. I've been worrying about that girl. She was already in pretty rough shape before she got yoinked out here to the first. And being out here by her lonesome probably didn't help for a while. Well, hopefully she wasn't alone super long. By the way, we've got a new look going now. A very good Dark Knight ensemble. Put together once again by Durban's Fairy Godparent. Real great look in general. So, if only every town could share the Crystarium's spirit of independence. Still, I suppose one cannot decide for others what they should and should not deem important. My powers of persuasion have certainly had little effect on the people of Colusia. Well, you did your best. The Crystal Exarch is eager for you to meet with Alisaie, and I am also that. Ready to depart for Amh Araeng. Alisaie will be overjoyed to see you safe. I know she was particularly concerned for your well-being. She, impressed upon me how regrettable the timing of her summoning was, repeatedly. I'm not surprised. It wasn't great timing, and she definitely would give him an earful. I only hope that my part in sending you to her will garner me some measure of forgiveness. Here. This is a letter of introduction addressed to a man named Cassard, the master of a merchant caravan. There are few who know the ways of the desert as well as he does. Find him at the Amaro launch, and he will see that you reach your destination. Perfect. Let's hit the road. We've got an Alisaie to catch up with. We'll get ourselves back up to the Amaro launch, which is, I'm pretty sure, the right place this time. Yes, good. Cassard. I'm ready to go find Alisaie. And also whatever it is you're going to do. If you come looking for work, I might have a spot for another guard. Actually, no. I have a wax-sealed envelope addressed to you that says, can I come? Oh, a friend of the Exarch. Hoping to meet someone in Amh Araeng, are you? Then I shall be your guide. I was about to set off for our outpost there, as a matter of fact. So we can leave right away, assuming you have everything you need. I do, actually. All set? Then off to the unforgiving sands we go. The what now? You can now travel to Amh Araeng. Speak with the adroit Amaro Tamer to fly to the desert. Oh, great.
Amh Araeng. From this parched earth, the nation of Nabath Araeng once rose. When I journeyed here, long ago, I spoke with a sun-weathered elder. He told me Amh Araeng meant majestic land in the language of his people. And so it might still be, were it not for the light's unrelenting onslaught.
And here we are, our third Shadowbringers zone. And looking kind of even worse than Colusia did. Although, I guess if it was a desert before, it might have just already looked that way. Oof, no matter how many times I come here, the heat never fails to catch me off guard. Don't be surprised when the temperature drops at night, though. The sky's still bright, of course, but it gets brisk enough to make you shiver. That's gotta feel weird. Just as bright, but the temperature dropping significantly. Now, the Exarch's letter said I was to take you to the inn at Journey's Head, which is where this Alisaie friend of yours is staying. But that's a fair old distance, so I propose we make a stop in Mordsuk to break up the trek, allowing me to attend to some business and you to enjoy the local hospitality. Sound good? Good. All right, you lot, I'm off, and I better not see the goods covered in sand when I get back. Right, we head southwest, straight as an arrow. After you. Yeah, I guess this light's not just from the sun being out all the time. It's just a magical light. So day and night are still occurring. in the weather cycle. It's just always bright. That does have to be a bizarre feeling. Love that cactus, though. Yeah, let's mount up. Gigantender. Look at it. Majestic. Stop here a moment. This is your first visit to Amh Araeng, is it not? Before you cross the River of Sand, you need to turn around and feast your eyes on that. What now? I see. Boy, good tip. Let's enjoy the view. They built them big, didn't they? That's Qasr Sharl, a fortress meant to protect the northern reaches of Amh Araeng. Seeing what was left behind, I believe it when they say that it was once one of Norvrent's mightiest nations. At least, until the flood came along. Great chunks of Amh Araeng's lands were lost to the light, its great city included. The few who survived didn't see much point in staying. Most of them, anyway. No, not many choose to come here these days, not with everything in ruins. Even that hulking great fortress has become little more than an Amaru roost for me and my caravan. But not everywhere is as deserted as this place. Just wait till you see Mord Suk. Let's press on, shall we? So as long as we're mapping places that exist in our world to places here, you could make an argument for this being the Ul'dah equivalent, and especially if on the kind of like larger map of Nordvrent, I could sort of see, yeah, like even on the world map of Eorzea, this roughly tracks. Calusia being kind of over here sort of works as a alternative to Lenosha and Limsa Lominsa. I guess arguably it'd probably be better for it to be down here, but this would be, I guess Lakeland is more where Ul'dah is. It really doesn't map one-to-one. There's just several places that have kind of like some similar vibes. The architecture's a lot closer to Alamegan, actually. Doesn't really matter. It is its own place. Its own fragment of the source that has existed for a very, very long time. More than long enough for different cultures and nations and civilizations to rise and fall completely independently. If what we've heard is correct. So of course they'd have their own architecture, their own kind of everything. Their own names for the species. Here we are, Mord Suk. By the blessed shadow, I love this town. I'm excited to meet it. Looks nice. Qasr stands at the entrance to Mord Suk, an eager smile on his face. Mord Suk. Not just full of Mord, but Humes, and all manner of others too. It has long been a refuge for folk displaced by the flood, so the population's nothing if not diverse. Oh, have you met a Mord before? They might look like shifty little blighters, but a more welcoming lot you could never wish to meet. Speaking of which, we should pay our respects to Master Gengen. I'll go ahead and let him know we've arrived. Gengen, you say? I'm seeing a few familiar things, pretty similar to the kobolds. And also a lizard from Final Fantasy XI. Pretty much ripped straight out of Final Fantasy XI. Love it. I love how much random 11 stuff kind of shows up out here. Which is kind of perfect for an alternate universe world. Let's go ahead and say hi to the local Amaro Keep, and Before we forget like I almost just did, let's get acquainted with the local big crystal. So we can warp out here easier. That's better. Now then, where is this Gengen? Ah, here we go. Lovely. Go on, introduce yourself to Master Gengen. Hello. Oh my. So this is a Mord? That's a kobold. What beady eyes. It is pretty much a kobold, but they don't know what that means. So this is a Mord?
Master Gengen, this is the friend of the Exarch I was telling you about.
Very good, very good. Though friend or no, all are welcome in Mord's.
Souk is Mordish for city. As things stand, this souk boasts the largest and busiest marketplace in all Amh Araeng. You'll find ore from the mines here, of course, but all manner of other things too, many of them rare. As I told you before, not many visit Amh Araeng by choice, but Mord Souk's a different story. Merchants come from realms around to purchase the relics the Mord dig up.
Aye, that they do. For Mord do not dismiss the spoils of the earth. We clean them and polish them and reveal to the world their true value. That is why they come here, come from far away, come with much money. And so our souk is always busy, busy, busy. No such thing as a thing no one needs.
You say that every time, Master Gengen. Some sort of family motto, wasn't it? Or perhaps a Mord philosophy, for which we should all be very grateful. Would that everyone was so willing to take in refugees regardless of race or creed. Now then, if you intend to spend any time here, you'll want to gain the trust of the locals.
Oh, I'm great at that.
And there's a little custom all newcomers are expected to observe.
The cracking of the coin purse. You buy one thing from the market. Price can be low or high, just as long as you buy.
As the good Mord says. In fact, the Exarch sent a little something to cover this very expense.
Oh, he shouldn't have.
A Verbert gold piece, no less. The first I've held in years.
Verbert gold? Real Verbert gold?
Uh-oh. Oh, hello.
Here, newcomer, crack your coin purse with me.
Oh no, you want my goods, newcomer. I have jars and pots all smooth and shiny.
Over here!
Come and look.
You wait.
Oh dear.
Enough of that! Calm, I say! This one must still journey through the barrens. Nothing bulky, nothing heavy, no pots. Nothing better for the road than a full belly. Spend that piece at Ronron's place, yes? Eat for 3 before you leave.
Maybe I will. Goodness, they are very welcoming. A full Vorbertite honor seems a bit rich for buying a dented pan or a bowl of worms. Did the Exarch lose to you at cards or something? Not to my knowledge. Though I am very good at cards, so he definitely would. Ronron's place is best for eating. Crack your coin purse and gorge on the delicious delicacies. I think I will. Gotta sample the local snacks. Get acquainted. Welcome to Ronron's, traveler. I have wares to empty your purse and fill your belly.
Take your time. Stare and sniff before you choose, but no drooling on the merchandise, yes?
Browse Ronron's wares. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out, target a foodstuff, and inspect. Don't mind if I do. Let's see. What all have you got here?
Oh, you'll like those. Chewy skewers. Find small frogs hiding under rocks, spear with stick, then roast over fire. Crackly on the outside, gooey on the inside. Perfect for snacking.
I see. Maybe some of this?
That's my ever-burning bounty, made with the best parts of the lizard, cured with special spicy spices. Some find the smell challenging, but it'll warm you up on chilly desert nights.
I see. This looks appetizing.
I call that mush loaf. The middle is stuffed with bittersweet cactus fruits, so even if the bread dries out, it's still moist inside. Keeps you going in the heat.
Sounds kind of nice, actually. And, these?
Everyone's favorite. Plump white worms slathered in honey. Once you eat a glazed wriggler, you'll never want any other treat.
I see. I'm inclined toward the bread, I think.
They all look tasty, yes? Which to choose?
I think we'll start easy on ourselves a little bit and go with the mush loaf.
Ah, very wise. You won't wither on the sands with a gut full of cactus fruit filling. You have the gold? And done. 1 Verbertite honor buys you 40 loaves of bread.
Gracious. I'm covered for food for a bit then. Must not look as good up close. Oh dear. Will you eat the lot? Every last mouthful, or I think I'll share the rest. I don't know which would be seen as more polite in this case. It is a lot of loaves of bread, Dermot. I think we better share some of this.
Our visitor invites us to a feast. Let us give thanks for his great generosity and small appetite. Consider your coin purse cracked. I am pleased to accept your custom, and Gengen will be pleased that you honored ours.
Thanks for the food. Oh.
Keeping the merchandise down, yes? No returns.
Yes, right. Of course. Way to hang in there, Dermot. I'm almost surprised they didn't give us some small debuff or something. I've never seen anyone eat so much of Ronron's cuisine in one sitting. You've a stronger stomach than I. You could have warned me.
I was watching from here, Dermot. You honored our custom and with great relish. You will always be welcome in Mordsuk. If you need anything in Amh Araeng, we are here to provide.
I appreciate that greatly, thank you.
Cracking the coin purse is only the beginning. We have wares for every occasion, so feel free to spend to your heart's content.
I will, thank you. I'm still looking for an Alisaie, though. Cassard is impressed by your gastronomic fortitude. You have courage, my friend. Ronron's wares are more exotic than harmful, but I don't envy you the bellyache you'll have on the morrow. Right, now that you've eaten, I expect you're eager to get back on the road. Would you mind if we delayed our departure a touch? I have a few deals left to close before I can conclude my business here in Mordsuk. Oh, offering your services, are you? Ah, well, an assistant would certainly help hurry things along. I have a receipt here for some goods that need picking up from the market. All properly paid for, you just need to do the lifting and the carrying. Leave it to me. I'll go and take care of some last-minute haggling then. See you in a bit. You may view the market receipt at any time during this quest by using the relevant item in the key items menu. So let's see. Table cactus from Thonthon, iron ore from Tholthol, Amh Araeng antiques from Mil Mil, to be collected from Mul Mul. I enjoy their naming convention. Bun Bun is not one of them, but great name. Not shopping from Ron Ron. Let's see here. Where is the store? We need, haha, Mil Mil. We'll be needing antiques from you to be collected from Mul Mul, but
Of all the things we trade here in Mordsuk, nothing's more important than water. Good for drinking, good for foot baths. Foot bath first, drink later.
I guess the other order isn't possible, but I don't have to like it. Not Latgar, not Thothol. You, I need something specific from you. Iron ore, yes.
Now then, what was I doing again?
I'll just take one of these, if that's all right.
Cassard sent you, did he? Right, yes. What kind of ore was it again?
It was iron.
Iron ore, of course. That would explain this box I have here. It's all yours.
Thank you. All right. Now we need to find Thonthon to get a table cactus and Mul Mul to collect the antiques. Thonthon. I require a table cactus.
Lift with your legs, not with your back.
I remember.
You came in with Cassard, yes? Good, good. I can finally stop thinking about that sack. Please, take your prickly purchase.
Thank you. Mul Mul. I am come to collect.
Hoo-hoo, lovely, lovely pots.
I understand completely. I'll be taking these.
Hey, no touching! That merchandise is spoken for. You couldn't possibly change my mind with a better offer. What? Cassard sent you? Why didn't you say so? I wouldn't dream of selling his goods to a higher bidder. Oh, no. Amh Araeng relics, wasn't it? All packed in that box there. Handle with care.
Thank you. I think that's all of it. Cassard! And by the way, if your name is actually pronounced like Cassard or something, well, tough break. I've already said it out loud like 6 times, so enjoy your new name. Don't tell me you've been around the entire market already. Sure have. Here's 3 boxes, a collection of goods Cassard ordered from the merchants. Here you go. Aye, that's the lot, all right. Good work. And quick work, too, considering you've not yet set foot in the place before. I'd thought you wanted to sit in the city like the Exarch, but something tells me you're not a stranger to visiting strange lands. Unfortunately, your efficiency presents something of a problem. I'd hoped to conclude all my business before you returned, but it seems there's been some confusion over one of the orders I placed. I'll have to drag in my middleman and sort this mess out. I'm sorry to make you sit around and twiddle your thumbs. Cassard, it feels like an age since I last saw you. Who's talking? Oh, you, hi. Well, if it isn't the lovely Tesleen. It has been a while, but your timing couldn't be better. This gentleman was on his way to meet with Alisaie. I'm supposed to be taking him to your corner of the desert, but a misplaced order has commandeered my attention. Wait, I know who you are. Alisaie's told me so much about you. You're Derman, aren't you? Whoa. She paints a very good picture, apparently. I knew it! How wonderful to meet you in the flesh after hearing all those stories. I'm Tesleen. I work as a carer at the inn, and I've gotten to know Alisaie quite well since she took up guard duties there. Do you want me to take over as Dermot's guide, Cassard? My shopping's all done and packed for the road, so it would be no trouble. That'd be a great help, thank you. Well, it looks like you'll be able to head straight out after all. My caravan and I will be in the area for a while yet. Seek me out when you've had your fill of Amh Araeng, and I'll send you back to the Crystarium. Thank you. Perfect. I think we're making a good impression out here. Tesleen is eager to set off. Alisaie's been desperate to see you, Dermot, so let's get you to her sooner rather than later. The inn isn't too hard to find, really. You can actually see the top of the rock spires from here. We just need to swing around the ridge, then head south. Come on, I'll get my supplies together and meet you outside. That'd be great. Thank you. My goodness. That is a sight. All set? Oh, I should probably mention the wildlife. While most of them will leave you be if you keep your distance, the local coyotes have learned to prey on folks heading home from the markets. I can usually swing a sword well enough to fend them off, but I may have loaded myself down with too many bargains today. Do you think you can handle any beasts that try to make a meal of us? You got it. I thought you might. Alisaie was always saying how much you... I mean, let's get going, shall we? I expect to hear the rest of that thought later. I bet she was saying nice things. We all good here? Uh-oh. Wandering coyote, no. Come here. Nope. Get messed up. Get dark knighted. Come on. All the way dead, there we go. All handled. Sorry, there wasn't much time to shout a warning. Were you bitten? Those things can be nasty. And yet hardly a match for you, it seems. I'd always thought Alisaie was strong, but in her mind, she was never... Now it makes sense. Well, we should push on. It might be best if you scout ahead and clear out any coyotes that have our scent. I'll wait here so you can fight without any distractions. That sounds prudent. I will clear the way. Watch out for the moles. It's quite a view. Any coyotes out here who are thinking of being a problem? I'd like to know in advance. Thank you for volunteering. Come here, both of you. There we go. Sorted. Tesleen! Things are handled. The way is clear. Oh, thank goodness you're back. I could hear the howling and snarling from here. Frightful creatures. Let's hope the rest have seen your handiwork and know to avoid us now. I need to get these supplies back to the inn. Right behind you. Don't run too far ahead, please. I believe this is the place. Hello. This is it. Thanks to you, I didn't have to drop my shopping even once. Come to think of it, I'm glad I didn't make the trip alone. It seems you ended up escorting me. I'll have to repay the favor somehow, but first let's head inside, shall we? Welcome to the inn at Journey's Head. You might be our first visitor from the Crystarium since Alisaie arrived. It's not much, but it's home for the afflicted and a handful of carers. The afflicted, you say? You don't know? I don't think I've met anyone besides Alisaie who was so unfamiliar with our situation here. Most folk have grown up knowing someone who knew someone. I might leave out something obvious, so it may be best to have Alisaie give you the full explanation. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Where is she, by the way? Really anxious to see that kid. Probably best to go ahead and attune. Now, Tesleen, I really must find Alisaie. Tesleen casts her gaze around the inn, hoping to spot Alisaie. I was just doing that, it didn't work. Now, where is she? I think she might be out on patrol. You could wait, I suppose, but why not go and surprise her? She usually takes a look at things from the watchtower first, so you might be able to catch her there. It's not far. Head out the south side and you'll soon see it. I'll stay behind in case she comes back while you're gone. Good plan. I'll go looking. Isn't she going to be surprised to see me? And hopefully happy. Boy. Heck of a view. Not seeing any Alisaies yet, though. Assuming that is the tower. Alisaie is nowhere to be seen, but you spot fresh footprints on the ground, and they look to be about the right size. Really? Investigate the small footprints? Where? Oh, here we are. Oh, and they're headed that way. The small footprints lead off to the northwest. Huzzah! Here, let me grab this little ether current over here first. Gotta be picking those up as I find them. So we can eventually have our flight back. Someday. Now, where is that kid? The footprints continue on to the northwest. A lot of mummies out here. Sorry, Gilman. Alisaie. I'm here to surprise you. The footprints curve around to the west. Pardon me. Not here to fight mummies right now. Looking for friend. It's a lot of footprints. There are more tracks here, but they end in a mess of disturbed sand.
Get back here! Is that... It can't be.
Hello. You almost lost that one. Impressive.
Just a lesser sin eater. Nothing to write home about. I knew you'd turn up sooner or later, but I had been hoping for sooner.
Yeah, sorry about that. Looking good, by the way.
How are you?
Much better now.
We've fought them to a standstill, then. The Exarch did say that the Empire seemed to have drawn back when he last looked in on the source. But without knowing for sure how fast time was passing there, I couldn't help worrying that a lot might have happened since then. I'm heartily relieved to hear that it hasn't, just as Alphino must have been. As you can imagine, both he and Urianger were desperate to hear the news from home when I arrived. I haven't actually seen Thancred and Y'shtola yet, but they will have heard all the latest developments from the Exarch by now, or should have at least. When I think of how frantic Tataru and the others must be, I want nothing more than to rush back and reassure them. But we still haven't found a way to reverse the summoning. And even if we had, we couldn't just ignore Urianger's vision. He may use 10 words where 1 would suffice, and they may often obscure as much as they reveal. But on this matter, he was as clear as day. I do not doubt for one moment that he saw what he claims. Nor how difficult it must have been to speak about them. The 8th Umbral Calamity and your death aren't exactly topics for idle conversation.
I should hope not.
As much as I might want to go home, I don't want to go home to that. We can't allow the rejoining to happen, which means we have to save the first from the Sin Eaters. That great wall of white is a remnant of the flood. 100 years ago, the balance in the first tipped decisively in favor of light. From that moment, it rose and swelled with each passing day, and then, without warning, it burst forth like water from a broken dam. A colossal wave of pure light, drowning everything in its wake. Only Norvrant was spared. For the most part, living things are composed of ether of various different aspects. But when exposed to such a flood, their etheric harmony is shattered, and their natural form breaks down. Then they either perish, or are warped into mindless abominations. Yes, that's how the Sin Eaters came to be. They were once living creatures, or people, that were caught in the path of the flood. Once the change is wrought, there is no going back. In that instant, they are gripped by an insatiable appetite for ether, and will happily gorge themselves on any living thing within reach. But even that is not the worst of it. The stronger Sin Eaters can plant light in us, like seeds in soil, corrupting our ether and triggering the birth of new monstrosities. They are creatures of base instinct that exist only to feed and to multiply. They feel no pity, know no remorse, and are utterly deaf to reason, which is why they must be destroyed. Every last one of them. The infirmary is full of the Sin Eaters' victims, left here to spend their final hours waiting for the change to overtake them.
Sounds like you've had it pretty tough out here, bud. It is real good to see you, though. It's just a matter of time. More for some, less for others. Those patients will all become monsters in the end. And to add insult to injury, the afflicted are feared, shunned, cast out of society and exiled here to the edge of the world. The only good thing I have to say about this hellish place is that it has served me well as a training ground. Tesleen and the others have also been kind enough to share their knowledge of the Sin Eaters, which is knowledge I can now share with you, while you help me finish my patrol, of course. I would love to do that. But we should probably get to it next time. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time as we help Alisaie with her chores, which sounds delightful. Take care until then, everyone. Goodbye!